So, season 6 begins, and Glimmer is just stumbling around the Sparkle Hut when she ends up in Twilight's library. No, not that one. But whenever anyone says library, you always think of it for just a second, don't you? And she's like, okay, Twilight, I'm kind of confused. In what society that operates on any sort of logic whatsoever does trying to destroy life as we know it net you an apprenticeship with the ruler of the free world? And Twilight's like, well, dude, you just answered your own question. Now that I've replaced all of Celestia's narrative and practical functionalities, this is my house and I make the rules. So, rather than turn you to stone or send you to Tartarus, you get to be my student. And don't worry about the past. I'm gonna break your personality down to nothing and rebuild it from the ground up using my patent-pending friendship curriculum. And Glimmy's like, is it too late to opt for Tartarus? And Twilight's like, don't worry, Starlight. It won't even hurt. So she decides to get the fuck out of there and walks in on the rest of the main 6 sitting around with their thumbs up their asses. Like, metaphorically. Because, you know, they don't have actual thumbs. And also, even if they did, that would be a weird thing to do. Not that I wouldn't watch it. Maybe that'll happen in EQG4. Anyway, Dash is like, dude, why are we here? And Rarity's like, wait, I thought you knew. And Applejack's like, man, when has Dash ever known anything even remotely useful? And Pinky's like, look guys, I'm Pinkie Pie. And they're all, man, just wait for your own episode like the rest of us. Jesus Christ. So Glimmer's like, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, God damn it, is there a single person in this castle who knows what the fuck we're doing here? Then Spike shows up and he's like, all right, you assholes, Cadence just popped her crotch biscuit and we have to go to the Crystal Empire to help her take care of the kid or whatever. And so Starlight's like, well, this has fuck all to do with me, so I'm gonna go eat a tub of ice cream and flick it till I pass out. And Twilight's like, normally I'd say enjoy yourself and shower thoroughly, but it just so happens that your old friend Sunburst lives in the Crystal Empire now, so you're coming with me for your first friendship lesson. And Glimmy's like, wait, you mean the estranged friend that catalyzed my entire psychological breakdown just so happens to be hanging around the same place you need to go right now for a completely unrelated reason? Yes, and what's wrong with that? That's bullshit, Twilight. You know it, and I know it. You know what, Starlight? Let me explain something to you. You stole a bunch of innocent ponies' cutie marks and brainwashed them into rejecting everything that made them special. But I thought, hey, everyone makes mistakes. Then you tried to do the same thing to me and my friends, but I said, you know what? She's a troubled individual, and I can help her. Then you tried to destroy everything I've ever worked for and damn me and everyone I love to miserable shadows of the lives that we have earned for ourselves. And I gave you a pass on that. I've put up with a lot of your shit, but if you question my plot conveniences, I will fuck you up. Okay? Okay, so they take a ride on the exposition train all the way to the Crystal Empire where Twilight's brother is waiting to greet them. And Twilight's like, hey, Shining Armor. Twilight, we need to talk. What's wrong? Okay, remember back when Cadence was your babysitter and I had a huge crush on her? Yeah, of course. And remember how I found that book of forbidden spells and I did that ritual thingy to make her love me? Yeah, dude, I helped you. Twilight, do you remember what the price of that spell was? Yeah, we just had to promise the old gods that they could take your firstborn soul. Damn it, we really shouldn't have done that. So Twilight's like, hey, Starlight, I just realized I'm gonna be occupied for a minute, but I mean, you're basically me now, so you can have Spike. So Spike drags Glimmy off, and the rest of them go to see the baby. And Twilight's like, oh god, the baby's a soulless abomination. And Cadence is like, it looks that way. And so Twilight's all, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, what do we do? And they're like, bro, we don't know shit. We're just here so the bronies don't get mad. So the demon baby sneezes and blows a hole in like 10 floors of the Crystal Castle, and they're all like, dude, Candy, how the fuck was that thing inside you for 9 months? And she's like, alicorn womb, dude. Shit's like titanium. Meanwhile, Glams is super satisfied with herself because she's tricked Spike into regaling the crystal ponies with tales of his exploits instead of supervising her lesson. And Spike's like, yep, that's how I one-shotted King Sombra and saved the Crystal Empire so that Starlight Glimmer could come here and learn about friendship. Now let's go, you fucking amateur. Glimmy doesn't get it yet, but Spike has spent his entire life with Twilight in the last 5 seasons with all her crazy friends. His bullshit detector is more finely honed than your katana. So, Starlight and Sunburst hang out together for the first time since they were kids, and he's like, so, what's up? You aren't a miserable failure of a person, are you? And she's like, oh no, of course not. Are you? And he's like, no, I am a wizard. And she's like, wow, so that means you create powerful new magic and stuff, huh? And he's like, no, just means I'm over 30 and still a virgin. And Glimmy's like, dude, I will fix that for you right now if it means I don't have to talk about my life. Anyway, then the demon child has a fit of pinky withdrawal and destroys the crystal heart, which, as you know, enforces the crystal ban list. And so the entire empire is about to be flooded with a bunch of whiny comments about how the show is bad now. And everyone's like, so, Twilight, this is the part where you pull something out of your ass and save us all, right? And Twilight's like, dude, I have a lot of things in my ass right now, but none of them can fix this.